This is the most important thing you're going to do for your health. This is the most important thing. All right, comes before beauty. I see these bathrooms and they have like swans coming out of the sink. I'm like, what would you do with that? You know, it's like, well, the universal adapter, you know, but then, you know, is there a shower adapter? Is there a bathtub? But yeah, the aesthetics of faucets really come second to the functionality of it connecting with us. Well, there's actually a gravity component that's making this possible. By standing up, we're offsetting this pressure completely. So it actually becomes a gravity unit in a sort of a back doorway. Forgive the pun. Your left side is going to take about 20-25 minutes getting around the flexure here into the transverse colon. We're talking about 25-30 minutes, okay? You can get gold in that time. I mean, that in and of itself is hugely valuable because the waste that's on this side is the oldest, driest waste. If it managed to get this far and you're getting it out, this is the oldest, driest waste. The stuff that's on the right side is nearest to your small intestine, which is the substance that you've ingested more recently than this. So this is drier. It's going to come out with a different texture. In fact, it's going to typically, you know, even though it's been reconstituted, even though you may have been having lots of green juices, even though you're maybe eating lots of salads, there will be drier matter as you're cleansing that comes off on this side. So by getting that out, you're gonna create a lot of space and a lot of joy in your life and in your day, and you're gonna feel much better. If you want to do it more frequently and not put as much time in, the way to do it would just be to do those shorter segments and then leave it alone. If you start to get across the transverse colon, you really are investing more like 45 minutes to an hour on the money. It takes about 60 minutes exactly to get to the cecum. The cecum is your newest matter that's just entered the large intestine. So the beauty of getting the cecum matter is that it comes out in a fast, hot rush. It has a lot more warmth to it, and it's more water containing. And when you release the cecum, you feel awesome. But if you're not willing to invest the time and you're going to put in, you're going to shortchange yourself by thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll do it, but I'll stop just under. It's not bad. It's just that if you don't have that cecum success, you might not have that enormous energy rush that comes with cecum success. So it's not a big deal. It's not bad for you. Nothing's bad. In fact, by reconstituting, by hydrating that substance, your elimination the next day is going to be fantastic. And it's eventually going to come through. But just know that you might not feel as energized if you don't actually have that sort of cecum release, that cecum success. It's best to eliminate on your own first and then use this. What you'll find is that eventually your elimination will become so much stronger on its own. It doesn't mean that you don't still need this because, like I said before, the saturation of waste is extensive. It's unfathomable. It's far vaster than you can possibly imagine. So just because you're going well on your own doesn't mean that you don't need to use this. And people often confuse that. But if you have historically been constipated and you haven't gone on your own, what you'll find is you'll start to go on your own, and your system will be so much better because it won't be bogged down with all that heavy waste matter. Think of it as a garden that's covered over in a landfill. You know, people say, well, what about the flora? Aren't we washing the flora out? No, you're not. You're not even anywhere near the flora. And what's beautiful about this is once you clean yourself out, you'll have great flora. You'll go on your own beautifully, and you still won't wash it out because the flora is not easily washed out. It's intrinsic to the tissue, in healthy tissue. You don't want to have a great elimination of all this acidic waste and then go and have a couple glasses of wine on an empty stomach. You might just crash and burn. So it's important to do something alkalizing after. Even if you're going to have those couple glasses of wine and you go to a party later, make sure to have your green juice. Let that coat your intestine first. And then later you can, within reason, do what you like. Enjoy the show, because it's actually a really interesting show to watch and see. You think, wait a minute, that which is leaving me would have been inside me. I would have been sharing my real estate with this waste, with this noxious gas, with these pathogens, with these heavy metals. Rejoice in this exodus of waste matter. Have fun with it. Have a great sense of humor. Don't be anal retentive. You'll no one will ever be able to accuse you anymore of being full of it, right? So, you guys, huge blessings, so much love, and I will stand by to answer your questions in some forum, because I want to be here to support you through your journey with this, and I know it's going to serve you so well. All right, lots and lots of love. Bye for now.